Hello everyone, this is Renault, and today we're going to do a quick review of Vampirella number 5. This little mini-series is apparently called Seduction of the Innocent. Before I get into the story, I want to see our typical hellos. Hello, Joker. Hello, Plastic Plants. Hello, Ibuprofen. And anyway, hello, Vampirella number 5. Now, as a quick reminder, Vampirella number 5 this series is being written by Christopher Priest and has been drawn by Ergun Gunduz. And the guest appearances will be made by Vampirella number 3 in this issue, but mostly just to point out something stupid. We'll get to this in a second. So when it comes to Vampirella, we are going previously. Vampirella was in a plane crash. She doesn't know how that happened, or at least we haven't been told yet. She got into a fight with an undead man named Van Christ. Van Christ was working with his superpowered meter maid to rebuild a dead body in the basement of a hotel or motel. Nobody in the entire motel, over a period of days, possibly weeks, noticed the smell of a dead, decomposing body. Now, Vampirella has been having various adventures with her lesbian girlfriend, who so far hasn't done anything in the plot, and a male witch who has done even less and is even more irrelevant to the plot. In fact, both of them add nothing to the story and can be cut out completely. On top of that, there's a Vampirella's mother, Lilith, who's been tracking Vampirella, sending her spies to follow Vampirella. She's been coming across as pretty cool. And then there's a psychotherapist who is talking to Vampirella under the guise of because Vampirella has an alias in our world, the human world. And in this human world, which is supposed to be our world, Vampirella is operating under the alias of Miss Normandy. And so the psychotherapist is talking to or trying to treat Miss Normandy. So imagine if, what a therapist would do if some person was claiming that they were an extraterrestrial, vampirish alien who's engaging in all these adventures and tales. He obviously doesn't believe her. He's supposed to be acting as the audience surrogate. And he is annoying, and I hope he dies soon, because he is becoming increasingly unnecessary to the plot, and every scene with him is just kind of a distraction. And like I said, this Vampirella number 3 will be making a guest appearance in this issue. So let's get started. But before we do, I want you all to know that the first couple of pages has a lot going on, so I'm not going to skip for a little bit. Anyway, previously on X-Men. I love that show. Anyway, so this is a woman who is walking into her room. She's just a real estate agent, I think. And she touches this thing. This is actually like a charm or a talisman. That's very relevant, so I just want to bring that up. And here's that decomposing body that I talked about earlier. This is Van Christ. This is his superpowered meter maid. Apparently, she is now ready to finish the ritual. The body parts are from issue number 2, I think it was, where they were trying to have a ritual with a bunch of werewolves, and the werewolves came and they killed everyone, and so from the remaining bits and pieces of that situation, she's recomposing a body from the remnants. So this is the superpowered meter maid. Look carefully at this little heart. I don't know if this heart symbol was there previously. I'll just check. But anyway, she's talking, and they're talking. They're asking about why do we need all these candles for the ritual? Because, almost all rituals require candles. It's kind of a macabre, old school thing, from witchcraft stories and whatever. Rituals for the seeker to help us focus, to do whatever is necessary to force our flesh into submission to a higher power. ¿Qué? ¿Dónde estoy? Ay! Was it das für ein Gursach? So he's speaking German. My queen, you are transitioning, yes? I am, my love. I am upstairs now in my new host. Remember, she picked up like the charm or the talisman. And so her spirit or energy or whatever transferred over to this woman. And so it leaves her here. We'll get to this in just a moment. And so she is no longer necessary. So Von Christ kills her and burns the body. And so one thing I did notice is that Mistress Nyx, there was no triggering effect. And what I mean is that you can, whenever you're think about all the spell casting or rituals you recall, there's some sort of triggering effect that activates the spell or whatever. There was no triggering effect. After the body is completed, she's just there. Now, I want to say that burning this body is the triggering effect, but they don't say that. And there's no other indication other than me trying to fill in what would otherwise be a plot hole. Anyway, that's kind of annoying because, go ahead and reactivate the spell by burning the body. Something as simple as that. Instead, she's just here. So I'm mentally filling in a potential plot hole. There you go. Maybe in previous Vampirella stories this was explained, but it's not really explained here. Anyway, Mistress Nyx, which is apparently this demon, blah, 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 blah. She's pissed off. She's confused. She's attacking Von Christ immediately. Von Christ cannot be killed. But Von Christ is not actually a pushover. He talks about how he has a necrotic touch. And so Mistress Nyx she's half spirit, demon energy, half human body. There's no indication of when or how she picked this up. It looks like she just grabs it for no reason. He's not handing it to her. It's not anywhere. This is the first time we're seeing this. I forget what this is called. It's something that's relevant to her. So anyway, she picks it up. She grabs it. And she teleports to the room. There again, no indication of why that happened. There's no indication that she was summoned up to the room. Or whatever. So anyway, she says, hey, what do you want? Oh, please, what do we all want? Vampirella. Where we have all failed together, individually, together win. So it's like all the villains are coming together to enact their plot. So anyway, she storms off and flies out. And, fuck, whatever her name is, it's not really relevant. She says, she's going to expend a lot of energy. So she has to refuel her human body, etc., etc. But here's another thing that's kind of silly is this whole sequence. It doesn't make sense. So she's flying through the air. And we'll assume that nobody sees her flying through the air. But look, she lands. Don't be afraid. Would you like this staff? It's gold. It can be yours now. Just random flaming naked woman who was flying through the air just seconds ago. Here, who are you? That's a good question. Let's find out together. Again, this random woman is not freaked out by a flaming, flying, naked woman. She's like, oh, wow. Golden staff. Like, come on now. Come on. Just no questions at all about the naked, flaming woman. You're just going to grab a staff. So anyway, Mistress Nyx absorbs her soul energy or whatever. And that's fine, but there's a little bit of an art problem here. Look carefully at this stick. She has the staff. She has the staff. Where's the staff? Where did the staff go? Ooh, I don't see it here. I don't see it here. It's not here. It's just gone. I'm just bringing that up for later. So then there's a scene between the Vampirella's lesbian partner and the witch dude. Again, like I've mentioned before, they add absolutely nothing to the story, so we can skip those pages. And then we discover that Vampirella's alias as Ms. Normandy is to be a substitute teacher. A very unlikely scenario. Like, come on, Christopher Priest. Come on. You can't just say, hey, this is my name. This is my information. I'd like to be a substitute teacher. That's just not how it works. It just isn't. So anyway, Mistress Nyx absorbs that woman's soul and then goes to that woman's apartment. And so, as a half demon, she doesn't enjoy she's not able to, as a demon, she doesn't have access to the simple things like breathing, touching, just soft objects, hard objects, touching things, eating food, etc., etc. Anyway, the precocious little boy playing with the thing. Boom. She's being teleported against her will, apparently. And she's being telling the little boy to never touch the staff. But I'm still, one, where did the staff come from? You saw in the last panel, it was gone. Two, what exactly does the staff do? It doesn't summon her. It's not used as a tool to control her. It's just, typically if this was something that's used to control her, she wouldn't be able to handle it. So what does the staff do? If it summoned her, remember she was in the bathtub. If it summoned her, she would be naked. So anyway, she's like, don't touch my stuff. Go get dressed, go to school. I'm not quite sure why she doesn't just kill the little boy, but whatever. And then here's another side plot that's irrelevant. Oh, and by the way, this is when I almost lost it. You got the dead guy with the coconuts. That's Vampirella. The Heart Queen. That's the woman with the thing on her forehead. And now, some woman who looks like a walking s'more. And that's the Mistress Nyx. All of them got it in for you. But you don't know it yet. Tell me about Drake. Again, the psychotherapist is supposed to be somebody who's an audience surrogate while moving the plot along. But really, he can go fuck himself. So anyway, This is a pointless side story which exists for no reason other than to do a tie-in to like some side stories that I don't care about, so let's just skip it. Well, what I mean is side stories is like Elvira and Vampirella, or Vampirella and the Scooby Gang, or something like that, you know? That's the only reason why he's here. Kind of just to let us know that if you'd like to know more, check out those other series, and pointless. Let's skip some pages. Actually, we're skipping all the way to the end. So again, everything involving her is irrelevant, which is why we skipped so much. But anyway, she, the Queen of Hearts or whatever, gets like an Uber, or it's Ober in this series, and gives this Queen of Hearts or whatever a ride to Mistress Nyx's new like condominium apartment house or whatever. So she does what I was asking about. She kills the dog, she kills the husband, and now she's waiting there for Mistress Nyx. And of course, it's implied that she also kills the little boy. Anyway, that's Vampirella number 5. I'd love to sound more enthusiastic about this, but, well, not giving me a lot to work with. Now, the reason why I said issue number 3 is going to have a guest appearance is because, look at here. The mother. She was very prominent in issue number 3, that she was hanging out in the psychotherapist's room, and she was being called out for following around Vampirella and not living her own life. What's missing in your life that you insist on following hers? Hers as in Vampirella's. Well, where did she go? Where did she go? She was in the psychotherapist's office, and now she's not. She's not in the psychotherapist's office. Here she is, not in the psychotherapist's office. Again, this is all crap that the editor should handle, or at least a word bubble that, or a narrative text or something that says, and so Lilith went off and minded her own goddamn business, or something. But no, we don't get that. She's just there very prominently in issue number 3, and then just fucks the hell off. You know who I wish would fuck the hell off? The psychotherapist, the male witch who contributes nothing to the story, and Vampirella's lesbian girlfriend. Those are people who really need to just fuck the hell off and never show up in this comic again. But, alas, thank you so much for watching. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.